I'd like to thank everybody for coming today. My name's Tom Phillips, the Executive Director of the Citrus Connection, and we're excited today to christen Reroute 2020, which is an expansion of public transportation in the Lakeland area. When we talk to our riders, they always request two things: that we run earlier in the mornings and that we run later in the evenings. And I'm very excited that we've been able to do that for the last week and been able to expand our service hours. This cannot be done without an amazing team. We have 188 dedicated individuals that work for the Citrus Connection, and this was the brainchild of our Director of Operations, Aaron Dunn. So I'd like to introduce Mr. Dunn to speak a little bit about what Reroute 2020 means to the community, and then we'll have our chairman cut the ribbon. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Good morning, everyone. I think I'll start with the closing, actually. Tom mentioned Reroute 2020, and hopefully that's the last time I say that term, because that was a project, highly collaborative, as Tom said, with the whole staff, but also the community, the citizens that contributed to the design of this, the operators, everybody that works for the district, the support of the board. That's what the project was really about. But as of now, this is just our bus routes. And I think that the goal for me is that this ushers in a new era of public service. We were asked to make the buses go longer, start earlier, try to give the community more, and we did so within our budget. And I hope that that sends a message to all the funding partners, all our citizens, and everybody involved that we are good stewards of that dollar and that they deserve the best caliber of public servant they can get. And hopefully this is the beginning of a new age where that's what we give them. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our chairman, Commissioner Walker. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn, and I will not prolong, but I want to make sure you know who we have here with us, along with our ED, Executive Director, of course, and a young man here from McKeel Middle School, Zane, is it right? Yes. Okay, we have our mayor, of course, Mayor Mutz, and we have chairman of our Polk County Board of County Commissioners, George Lindsay, and Commissioner, of course, McCauley as well. So thank you all for coming out and being a part of it. I say ditto to what all both people have already said, but certainly we want to make sure transit is provided for all of our citizens who need to get around and be able to transport themselves to and from jobs, wherever they have to go, early morning, late evening, however best they can do it, and with simplicity as well. Look at the columns: silver, purple, yellow, orange, red, blue. All we got to remember those colors. You know, just like we did when we were in kindergarten, right? The basic colors. Remember your colors, and you know how to get to where from point A to point B and back to point A, maybe it's necessary. So again, thank you for coming out to be a part of this. This is a ribbon cutting, and hopefully we're on to better things for transit here in our greater Lakeland Polk County area. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3. Woo-hoo! All right. Let's go on to bigger and better things.
Well, when they have the new colors you have to go by for the new systems, it's a little confusing. That it looks like the routes might have even changed a little bit. But usually I guess if the buses are in the same spots as they were before the colors or the names got changed, they shouldn't be too bad. Still gets where I need to go, just got to remember what bus to get on.
All the routes I've actually ridden, and I like them all better than the old routes. The only thing that I would add for Red 1 and Red 2 is when you drop veterans off at the VA, on the way back, when you pass the VA, there's no bus stop for the veterans. So you have to walk all the way down to Hardin Boulevard at the corner of Drainfield and Hardin to catch the bus on the way back. Well, veterans can't walk that far. So a lot of veterans don't want to catch the bus because we talk about it inside the VA clinic in South Lakeland. I take that, well, actually, I use both the green 1 and 2, the red 1 and 2, and the yellow 1 and 2, and the gold line. And I like the fact that you have 2 different red buses, 2 different yellow buses, and 2 different red buses, because it's easier for me to catch stops on time. A lot better than the old schedule.
A lot of passengers, probably that some of the workers trying to get to work, they say they can't get to work on time on the yellow line. It's on time until you get to Kathleen High School, and then it goes down from there. Because you got a County Line Road, well down, a lot of traffic out there, I-4 and everything. But it's just trying to explain to them, we're trying to do the best for everybody. And so just try to give an open mind, try to stay positive. And then if you don't like it, call in, you know. let them know how you feel about it. They're glad they're running a little later, and that's helping. But mostly the negative on the running too late. Because by the time we get back to the terminal, it's probably 15, 20 minutes late sometimes. But that's a good thing. We just, we here to serve the public, and we want to see good things happen. So they might have to tweak the ride a little bit, but I think it's going to get better.
It has changed drastically because they have taken away my stop where it was used to be the 15, they changed it to the red. And where it used to come around the corner right from my house on Central and turn off of Central onto Olive, but now they come straight down Olive. When they took that bus stop away on Central and Olive, they didn't add one to come downtown. So I have to walk all the way up to Lake Beulah to catch the bus. So I'm like, what do you do about people that's like on the cane? What do you do about that? Y'all left them out. It really doesn't make sense to how y'all doing things. If you want to take away a stop, you need to add one in. So far, I can't tell you that there's anything because the simple reason that where it used to run every hour, now it's a whole hour in between time where there's no bus running going my way at all. So that's like I got down here this morning at 10 o'clock, and now I have to wait till 11:15 to get back home. So it's almost like it's over an hour that I have to wait.
Some of the routes, like the ones that I take normally, are a little better than they were. And some of the routes that I don't take normally, like the yellow line, which I just rode, they're a little long. And you have to kind of wait like every hour and a half or 2 hours to get a bus. But on what I take, normally the orange and the green lines that I take going over to South Florida Avenue, which is the gold line, and then over to my appointments, which is the pink line, it's not that bad.
The positive that I'm hearing about this new route changes is the extra hour. We had one customer, she goes to the library right there on the right off of Orange, and she likes the 1 hour extra because in the evening hours she takes the Uber ride, but now with this hour extra it's helping her a lot. The negative side that I'm hearing about is about this instant changes, and people are taking it in a hard way because they're saying that they were not being explained ahead enough. But like I said, you got your positive and then you got your negative. So like I told them, it's a slow process, and once you learn it, it's going to be very easy after a while.